Well, as you'll have heard from my wonderful colleagues at BIHR, 2024 has been a year full of many highlights on the practical implementation of the Human Rights Act. I think it's always worth noting that we didn't start 2024 knowing that the Human Rights Act would be secure. We've spent several years trying to ensure that it doesn't get repealed because it's often a political football, and all of the things that my colleagues have talked about in the ways that the Human Rights Act can be used by people and communities and public bodies to make positive social change is often unheard. And we have done a lot of work over a number of years to bring those stories to the fore and to secure the foundation of the Human Rights Act. And we've obviously had a kind of change of political context in the UK, and it's no longer policy to scrap the Human Rights Act, which is very welcome. And that meant that this Human Rights Day on the 10th of December, we were able to bring communities and civil society and parliamentarians and government officials together to actually be in celebration mode and to talk about the difference that the Human Rights Act really does make. And it was a wonderful thing to do, to bring particularly our community partners from our community programme across the UK to share the real life impact of the Human Rights Act, but also for that session to have been opened by the Government Minister for Human Rights, Lord Ponsonby, who was able to share with us the government's approach and focus on human rights, which was very welcome. It's been a number of years since we've had that level of government engagement with human rights work in the UK. So as we reflect on all of the achievements across 2024, I really hope that we are moving into a 2025 where, rather than focusing on having to save the Human Rights Act, we can actually focus on its implementation, because it's that hard graft, that everyday ordinary work that makes the difference for people's lives.